Hi guys. Okay. Oh, I forgot my backlight. Should I do that somewhere? Okay. I'm here. I'm just kind of making a royal mess. I gotta center down and then we can get started. Okay. Here. Oh, what's up? Bader, I saw you on before. Thank you. Hey guys, thank you. Thank you. Mhm. And you too. Hi guys, hi. If you're new to my channel, I'll go ahead and introduce myself. Hi, my name's Joelle. I'm a divine psychic medium. I'm also an intuitive healer. On my lives, I do free intuitive healing for the collective. That's the waving of my hands. If you would like to work with me one-on-one, these are my payment options here. $20 to connect to a loved one, $22 for healing. Hi guys, hi. Hi, Melanie. Yeah, I can definitely help with that. So, what I do is called intuitive healing. Hey, Shanaka. Intuitive healing. So I know the body very well because I've been a massage therapist for 22 years. I'm also a divine psychic medium and also being a Reiki master. That I use all my tools in the toolbox. I'm able to help emotional, physical trauma, but I take on the title healer, but I'm not really the one doing the healing. Your body is doing the healing. So I always say that I assist in getting the healing, and I have had a lot of success in testimonials and people coming back telling me that their whatever they had, like complete back issues, to feeling better from like anxiety, grief, all the things. So I've worked everything. Um, it does depend on where you're at and how you receive the healing. But listen, I've been doing these lives now with doing the intuitive healing, and it's been fabulous. It's been really, really good. Hi guys. Thanks, Shanaka. Tess, I saw your question there. So I can do a body scan, but because lives work so quickly and I don't diagnose. So I always say go to your doctor, do all the things. Like I'm not the end all be all. But if you have symptoms, if you have issues that you bring to me during this live, I can work with you with the 22 for healing. I ask for payment because this is indeed my job. Hi, Camille. Perfect. 5 a.m. That's so early. Did she want to catch another live? I I feel bad, poor thing. What's going on with her eye? Guys, I did my recording today, so I'm doing a lot of these. Sorry. I guess she can also tell me what's going on too. So okay. Okay, perfect. Hi guys. Every time. I don't do hypno. Follower on YouTube constantly says that I do hypnosis. And I'm like, I mean, I don't. If you think so, sure, fine. Is that for your friend later, Shanaka? My little sidekick. Perfect. You're so sweet. Okay, for friend. Got it. You're on. Do we know her name or will she make herself known when she's here? You're welcome. Hi, Monica. What's up? Got it, got it. You're so fun. So I've actually got to do some research, guys, on doing a multi-stream. I'm gonna do some research and see. Hi guys, hi. Definitely tap that screen, guys. If you're enjoying my live, hit that follow button if you don't already follow me. So sorry. Thank you for the rose. My list is open. If anybody would like to work with me tonight one on one, I would be honored to do so for you. I have friends who are coming to visit tomorrow, so I might have some off hours come next week of where I'm not on my regular times. So definitely, if you want to work, just grab me when you can. No big deal. Hi, thank you for the follow. So sorry. I don't know if you're saying I need because you're just enjoying the free intuitive healing, or if you want to work one on one on YouTube. LP and Nosy. LP Nosy. For so I'm so confused. So LP Nosy, are you asking so to do what do you want a one-on-one session tonight? So I do one-on-one sessions that I can help you with. So it's $20 to connect to a loved one, 22 for healing. Hi guys. Or you can sit back, relax, and enjoy the free intuitive healing. What's up? Thank you, Shanaka. This is intuitive healing. If you're just meeting me here, good. I'm glad you're enjoying it. This is intuitive healing. So I have the knowledge of the body from being a massage therapist for 22 years, a medium, and a Reiki master. And I use all my tools in the toolbox to help heal through my hands and through energy work. And it's amazing. definitely hit that screen, tap that follow button. I work with divine angelic beings. There are 3 beings that are cloaked and speak to me telepathically. Pretty much everybody on the other side speak telepathically. It's nothing new. It's actually more common. And but the cool thing is that even though they're a 3 being, they speak as one. So it's like a collective, and they are always here and helping in. Sometimes I'll actually have like Jesus come down or the Virgin Mary. And I say come down, but they're like technically here, but just come closer or help in the healing process. I'm curious how Jennifer's doing. I'm so sorry, guys. When I start working, if I'm not working one on one, I will just start yawning. Yes. Because I start like winding down with you guys and start relaxing. And so, like, ooh, good. I love it, love it, love it. Awesome. Well, relax, enjoy. That's what it's meant for. Somebody wrote on YouTube that they said, I feel your hand on my shoulder, really. Definitely, guys, if you like my videos here, you probably would like my ASMR videos on YouTube. All my videos are divinely protected and guided for you in a safe space to relax and hang out, and so you can fall asleep, you can rest, whatever it is. I always say there's no coincidence of why you found my page. So always hit that follow button, and it might be something that comes to you later of you see somebody else receiving a beautiful message that resonates with you. The healing that I give helps you with something, whatever it is. Well, I should be on for about an hour, maybe 2. We'll see how busy I am. If I'm not that busy, I get off in like an hour. Hi, guys. Hi. Hi, Christian. I know somebody's told me before, but I said I offered with Reiki healing and with volunteering, and they said no. I would love to help people and just volunteer, like for those who are really, really sick. Oh, you poor thing. Well, you can just sit back, relax, enjoy the free intuitive healing. If you wanted me to send you healing and work with you one on one, it's $22 for the healing. I've helped a lot of people. Um, I've helped people with coming down with a cold, but not somebody who is like super, super sick. Oh, you poor thing. Usually when people send me stuff, just, even though I charge a small price of 22, like they'll send me a few things to work on, and it takes about 5-10 minutes, not that long. And once you send the payment, I'll see it, validate it, and then all you have to do is tell me like where you want worked on, and you say yes, and then that's it, and then you just get ready to receive. Thank you for the follow. Definitely tap that screen, guys. Hit that follow button if you don't already follow me. Thank you. I love this song. I don't know why. I'm turning it up. Person on YouTube is saying I'm better than hypnosis. Good. Good. All the healing. Awesome. I'm not the healer. You are. Perfect. I love it. Yes. Definitely come back and see me. My lives, weekdays right now, Monday through Saturday, 12:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time and 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then Sundays at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But I said I'm going to have a wonky week because I have family visiting, friends. They're like family. I always say though, like I don't need to send healing to pray for you and prayers that you're feeling better soon. Yes, it's open. Yep, my list is open. I'm here to help you with whatever you need. You can sit back, relax, enjoy the free intuitive healing. If you would like to connect with a loved one, it's $20 or $22 for a healing one-on-one session during the live. I don't know why I like this song. Does it kind of remind you of like Gladiator? You're welcome. Anytime, Paige. Anytime. Anytime. You are so welcome. Right, it's good. It's called 528 Hertz Divine Love Energy. Yeah. I use Spotify. Ileana. I use Spotify and it's called like Angelic Healing Music. So Ileana, I've got you here. How long is the reading? Usually 5 to 10 minutes. Well, I might start reading now. So you know what happens when I start reading. My hands go down and I stop doing the free intuitive healing. And then I just talk a lot. And say a lot. I've got to try not to say as much, guys. Thank you for the follow. Illy, I have you. Oh, music feels so good. And then the next one is La Voz del Angel or something. Hi, Illy. So who is it that you wanted to connect to tonight? Because I saw that you paid $20, so thank you so much. And I'm so happy. So let's connect. If it's non-gender revealing, let me know the gender with like, if you're like friend, just tell me the gender. I don't need to know anything else besides that. I don't need to know their name, anything. Now listen, my last live, I don't know why their loved ones were not coming through like the first hit. So understand that there's like 14 other people or 13 other people in here too. So their loved ones are with them as well. So sometimes their loved ones will poke in first. Why? I don't know. I tell them not to. And I'm just looking for your loved one. Perfect. So just keep that in mind. That's if it does not resonate, don't get discouraged. Don't get upset with me. I will find them. So don't you worry, okay? And you're just going to breathe and open up your heart and be like, okay, grandpa, all the things. So we're going to do that. Ready? Illy. Thank you. I'm like, Grandpa, what are you showing me right away? He didn't even show me himself. A lot of times they'll show me themselves so that way I can tell you what kind of shape they look like. Maybe they're tall, maybe they're short, all these things to validate. He showed me a big like ship like anchor. I think that's what it was. It was like rusty and unlinked. Unless if you can take a rusty chain for something else. But I don't know why he showed me that like right off the rip. And I'm like, what is that? I don't know if it has to do with a big boat, big ship. Not sure what he's showing me. Let me get more from him because that was super, super random of him to come forward with that. Um, I'll read very quickly with these lives. So validate as fast as you can to let me know yes or no, like if that works, you know. Let me pull a little bit more from him. He's he has his long sleeves rolled up to his forearms and he feels like he's quite muscular, um pretty built. And I don't know if this is just him back in the day or if it's just muscular forearms because a lot of times I feel like, in our core might get a little bit soft, but with men a lot of times they can have like these really strong forearms for some reason and like he feels really sturdy and quite hairy too. I love when I see that when I'm like, you have pretty hairy arms. It's like, yeah. Uh, did he like hats? Was he a big hat wearer? Yes, no, illy. The faster? Not that I think of. Okay. All right. Does this not sound like grandpa? Because somebody else is saying on YouTube going, oh my God. And so I'm like, it might be their grandparent, which is totally fine. And we can ask them to step to the side. The faster you answer, the better I can get the reading for you. Okay, perfect. No problem. No problem. No problem. We're gonna get grandpa. This guy walking towards me, he's a bit bigger around the midsection, and he's got like this raspiness and then like this cough. So I don't know if he was a smoker or if it just was like he always had maybe like postnasal drip or something, and he's just got this cough and he's going, and I don't know if you remember him coming up and doing a lot of those things. Uh, He feels like mostly bald on top with a little bit of hair on the side. I don't know if he kept the hair on the side or if he was like just really thinning a lot on the top or if he was actually bald and then he had the side hair. Was he big on eating cereal? Okay. Listen, sometimes I don't get the hair right. Listen, totally fine. Don't harp on it. If I give you one thing and it like doesn't resonate, but everything else sounds right, don't get stuck on that one thing because they're communicating and like I'm communicating through like opaque glass. That's how I say it all the time. Is like some things come through really clear and then some things not so much. But something about Honey Nut Cheerios and cereal. I don't know if he was a big cereal eater or if you just had cereal tonight. Sometimes they show me things that you just had, so that way but then I'm just curious about the cereal. And it's funny, he's showing me the kitchen um chairs that they used to have. Do you remember those like plastic vinyl yellow kitchen chairs? Did he have those? And he's like pulling them out with the stainless steel like bars for legs and the backing. And then I feel like it has like a dip in the back as opposed to straight across. Do you remember those? Was that something that they had in their house? And was he like a steak and potatoes guy? Steak and potatoes, steak and potatoes. Um, you can. It's not gonna make any difference. Steak and is any of this resonating with grandpa? With the guy that I'm connecting with? I'm telling you, I think this is him. So I apologize when they sometimes show me things that don't resonate with you. Listen, they had a whole life, right? And you were a big part of that life. But it's like, also, do you know every single thing like that they'll come through? No. And I feel like he loves fresh cracked pepper. Fresh cracked peppers. Got to be fresh cracked pepper. So I might not understand. Okay. Okay. Did you hear me just say it too before I got the message? I'm like, I feel like that. I'm like, I feel like he's with you though. Like, I was like, I'm not going to tell him to scoot. Um, I feel like you had like a little tricycle or something that they had for you at the, that's okay. That's okay. A little tricycle or something that you might remember that they had for you just at grandpa's house or grandma and grandpa's house, whoever this is. And I feel like you could get on the trike and play. I don't know if you remember that. Um, so I don't know if he was an avid reader or had a lot of magazines, because he was flipping through and he almost felt like he got a lot of use out of either these magazines or reading with like hands-on stuff. So I almost feel like it's like the YouTube back in the day of like him being able to like read something and be like, but then he also feels like he's really smart and knowledgeable and like I don't know if he was reading stuff of like how to do, and like he could do it. He was like, "Oh, got it." Whatever it is. And he's like, "Okay, I can do that." So he feels very like what's the word that I want to use? Like not individual or um perfect. Okay, good. But he feels like he likes not just fantasy stuff, but stuff that he can use. Like he wants to almost retain more stuff, retain more knowledge to be able to put it to good use. You know what I'm saying? So he feels like very like purposeful in his reading and whatever he reads. Um, I feel like he even likes a coffee in the afternoon. So coffee in the afternoon, like that's not common for me, but he showed me coffee and then he was like, "No, that's my afternoon coffee." I'm like, "Oh, you would have it in the afternoon? Like you can sleep?" And he's like, "Oh yeah. Oh yeah, have to have my afternoon coffee." I'm like, "Okay." So just remember that in case you have your parents to validate whatever this is. Do you have a question for grandpa? And then we're going to wrap up with him here. Hi, Debbie. I see your question there. Yeah, afternoon coffee. Afternoon coffee. Debbie, I see your question. So I'm working with a client one on one. If you would like to work with me, I'd be honored if you chose me to connect you to your daughter. I do charge, because of the fact that this is my job, $20 to connect to a loved one. And these are my payment options here. But in the short answer is yes, your daughter is with you. Like right now. Okay. It's a big question. Like for a small you. A lot of times people ask more for themselves of like things like that. Okay. Your grandpa is saying use your power of voting. Voting is getting in the people that you want in Congress, that you want in power to represent you the best to your ability. And he says no, he does not want you in Minneapolis or anything. I don't know if that's where you're feeling pulled or if you want to go and protest or whatever this is. But he's explaining to you it's all about voting and putting that pen to paper, because that's the best way that you can help and get people in power that you want. So that was his answer. We're going to thank him for coming forward, and I'm going to thank you for trusting me with your loved one. So sweet. I'm glad we got him. That was so funny that I was like just explaining. I was like, I don't know if you remember him or and then like you had sent a message right at that same time. It was perfect. I was like, oh my gosh. You're so very welcome. Guys, my list is open if you would still like to. Hi, Chang. Chang's signed on to the signed on by himself, right? Chang in Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka is kind of hard to say. Shri. There she is. Hey, Chang. So nice to meet you. I'm Joelle. I'm a divine psychic medium and intuitive healer. And Shanaka and I are good friends. No, well, I feel like I know him because we're always chatting. So Shanaka went ahead and paid for you to have healing tonight. So he explained something. So he was explaining something with your eye. I can help and send you healing. And I always say, so that since this is your first time meeting me, I do intuitive healing. So I use all my abilities, my knowledge with anatomy and physiology for being a massage therapist for 22 years, being a medium, and being a Reiki master. So all those are my tools in the toolbox. I can physically see into your body and help assist and move. If it's energy, if it's physical, if it's whatever, I can see the muscles, the tissue, the all the things. And I always say that I'm not the healer, your body is the healer. So how I work with the intuitive healing is you just let me know the areas that you need concentrated on, and then you say yes by like wanting to receive the healing, and then we do it in about a 5 to 10 minutes. I close my eyes, I do a lot of waving of my arms, and you can close your eyes too. I'll usually direct you and tell you things if I need you to do it. And that's how it works. So I'll just wait to see what you want me to work on. Because Shanaka was saying something about your eye, but you can tell me like a couple of areas. Sometimes people have stress headaches or all the things. Of course. Yeah. Cash App is this one, the money sign spiritual by Joelle. And I'll get you on the list. Go ahead and send payments so you hold your spot. A lot of times I will get busy and then I'll close the list. So hi. Hi, Natty. Natty, so yes, you're welcome to get healing. I do free intuitive healing for the collective. If you would like to work with me one-on-one, this is my list up here. $20 to connect and $22 for healing. Was your thing cut off my left eye? I had a corneal ulcer which settled injections. It is in the process, and then it cut you off, Chang. It's in the process. You don't have to tell me everything. So are we just working the left eye? You know what? That's going to be your nickname. I used to love TLC. And the process of healing, but very slow. Okay. Okay. Your light sensitivity. You're having light sensitivity. Is there a lot of pain in that area? Do you still have bandages over it? I don't think that makes any difference, but I'm just curious. So I asked you a few things. Okay. No to the light sensitivity or no to the pain? Okay, no bandage. Okay, cool. All right, we'll go ahead and work. So just say yes in your head or yes out loud. Doesn't matter. You don't have to type it. I actually want you to keep your eye open for me. So you can just look at the screen here. Give me just a moment. Cheng, can you take a deep breath in for me? Exhale. Cheng, if you want to close your eyes, you can close your eyes. Guys, when I work with somebody one-on-one, this healing will go to you wherever it needs to. Yeah, your lens in the front feels a bit rough too. We're going to kind of calm this down. Give it. You might feel tingling in this area. You might feel a little bit of warmth. If you guys send payment to get on my list, I will just tell me when I open my eyes and I will write it down. I'll confirm it and write it down and work with you next. Okay, I'm gonna actually check I check the cerebral spinal fluid often, guys, because a lot of times I find it's not moving on people. Yeah. Or if it is, it's moving too rushed and I need to kind of calm it down. Cerebral spinal fluid is a thing. And they have found that it does have a flow to it. I want to just kind of like, let's do this. I want to breathe and hold here for just a moment. they're telling me you're done. So I'm like, okay. I thought I wanted to work there a little bit longer, but they're like, no. If I work too long, there's it's healing energy, so there's really not much that I could do. But they said it was all done, and definitely I felt Jesus come in and help, and I didn't want to freak you out in case you were like, what's this girl talking about? But Jesus was assisting in your healing, and it was super, super powerful. And I hope that that helps. Listen, after you receive healing, sometimes you can be a little bit lightheaded, especially since I worked your head, Chang. So you're gonna sit with this for a moment, take a little breather. I know that you just got up. It's like super early in Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka. Sorry, guys. I'm having a hard time saying it. But chug some water. Drink it like you after you get a massage. You drink a full, glass, 10 ounces, whatever it is. Drink it back. Flush everything out, and then I wasn't getting any message for you as if like you had any emotional trauma stuck there or anything. It was more just about the healing process and getting some of the scar tissue. I felt some of the lens was like folded, and I had to work on that and kind of get it to clear. And so I hope that helps. How are you feeling? Hi, guys. Did anybody pay and I missed you? Because my eyes were closed. What's up, Rachel? You're so very welcome. Like I said, drink lots of water. And Chang, if you don't follow me, definitely hit that follow button so you can catch up and keep me up on on your wellness journey and how you're feeling. So, but I'm so grateful for you. And thank you, Shanaka, for sharing your friends with us. Did anybody else? Did I miss anybody? I could have sworn there were so many people asking about getting on the list. Hi, guys. Hi. Bye. Thank you for the follow. Thank you, guys. Thank you. My list is open if you wanted to get on. I would be honored to work with you. Definitely tap that screen, hit that follow button. Hi, guys. Hi. I'm not going to be staying on too much longer on my lives. Just come on and my list is open and I'd be happy to get you on my list if you wanted to work with me one-on-one. Thank you. What's up? Thanks, Valley. Oh, for those of you who are back and or those of you who might be new here, that I do have some classes coming out at the end of the month. I'm getting them together now of teaching you all about your psychic and medium abilities through the clairs. The clairs are more medium abilities, really. It's not psychic, it's medium. So if you wanted to tap into those or get a class on those, the best thing that I can do is not just teach you about them and also getting you into these classes, is that I can activate each clair, and I'm going to do that on each of my videos. It's going to be a series, and you can pick which I like to go to. Thank you, Shanaka. And then, so that's coming out at the end of the month. And then February 28th is February 28th. I have a mentorship TikTok exclusive that's going to be $9.99. If you are interested in coming and do questions and answers for mentorship in your own spiritual journey. And then last thing is I'm offering a free 45-minute reading for a giveaway with my Facebook profile, the Spiritual Connections by Joelle, which is all my. And on Facebook, it's to follow me on Facebook and then comment with 3 tagged people to enter to win. So it's drawing. Lots and lots of things. Hi guys, thank you for the follow. Thank you. Thank you. My list is open. If anybody wanted to work with me this evening, I would be so honored. Yes, hi. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Somebody, I felt this earlier, and this might have been somebody that came on and left. Did somebody lose a horse? Or have put down a horse just recently? I'm sorry for yawning. Sorry. Just to let you know that the horse is with you. They might have left the room already. Thank you, Raven. So I don't know how much longer I'll stay on. Would anybody want to work with me one-on-one this evening? I'm not here to force anybody. I'm just like curious before I sign off and wrap up my lives. Hi guys, hi. Definitely tap that screen, hit that follow button if you don't follow me. Thank you. My hands get cold. Hey, Reiki. Hi. I'm only calling you out because Yeah, you do Reiki, which is cool. And my mom's name is Faye. She gone. No, she might be still here. Hold on. Yeah. Good, good. That's what I'm here for. Definitely for the new people, hit that follow button if you don't follow me. So I'll probably wrap up my lives here since I didn't get anybody else that might want to work one-on-one. And we'll wrap it up. And what a great live. Thank you so much. You guys are all the best. You're so amazing. And yeah, tomorrow is a Thursday, 12:30. Oh, Molly wants to work. Okay. Yeah. What would you like? Oh, okay. See, that's what always I'm like, I'm gonna be signing off in just a moment. If anybody else want to work, let me know. So yes, I'll hang out. So the Venmo link, or this is PayPal, the second one. Ignore the P and the colon. It's just meant to be for PayPal, and then it's just the Joelle Burns 955, and then Cash App. And I would love to. If anybody else, I will stay and work, guys. If you would like to work with me one-on-one, but nothing there. You guys just sit back, relax, enjoy if you want to. I might put my hands down, give them a little break because I've been doing it a little over an hour. Good. So glad. No, Faye. She doesn't know I called her out, does she? No, she left. She was like, I'm out. Deuces. People are so funny about that. Like I really scare them away if I call them. Call their names on the live. they're like, that lady said my name. No. And then I'll be gone. Molly. Gotcha, Molly. Okay, so you wanted both? I'm going to get Molly there. I got you. So, did you want to do both? Connect to a loved one and healing? A lot of times I'll start with the healing and then do the connect to a loved one. Every time? Oh, that's annoying. Of course. Okay, so with the healing, where would you like to work? What's going on? And then you can tell me who you want to connect with. We can do it now or we can do it after. Actually, if you tell me now, we can maybe get it while we're doing the healing, but I'll probably wrap up with the healing and then then talk to your loved one. Push my sleeves. Can we just do in general on both? Okay. I try not to, only because the only thing more specific is for especially for me opening up to spirit. Doing the body scan on you, fine. But if you don't tell me certain areas, I've started working before on somebody and they were like, well, you missed this, this, and this. So that's why I asked specific areas that you might be having issues with, because this live is a total different animal than a private read. So I prefer if you tell me if you have certain areas, but if not, with the healing, fine. But with the connecting to a loved one, I definitely need to know somebody, because of the fact that if I just open up, you see how much trouble I have with just one person pulling their grandpa, that their other grandpas come forward. So it can get diluted in the fact that you're the one paid client while there's 11 other people sitting on live. So no general areas for healing, right? Yes, no? Hi, girl. Dreezy, I feel like I haven't seen you in a minute. I was like, wait, are you a follower? That's fine. That's totally fine. It's not about having pain. Sometimes it's anxiety. Sometimes it's headaches. Sometimes it's if you have sinus issues, allergies, eczema. Um, okay. Okay, we could do that. Okay, perfect. Let's do that. And then you always know to consent by saying yes or yes. Let's go ahead and do that here. While I work with somebody else, guys, this energy will go to you wherever it needs to. Okay, so in doing the initial body scan, I was drawn immediately to your heart and felt this heaviness. And it almost, I don't know if it's sadness, if it's grief, if it's, so there's just some heaviness there and we can work there. And then I went down, your hands feel like they have a slight bit of arthritis. It might not bother you. And then there was like tension or something stuck in the hips, and the hips felt like that came out really high. The hips. I'm laughing at myself, guys. The hips feel like almost a past life thing that's carried over. If you believe in past lives or not, if if you don't, totally fine, then it's just meaning that there's stuck energy in those hips, which might cause aggravation to, like, when you're like ovulating, or if you're past that, or you get like a lot of cramping down in that area. I don't know. That's what I'm kind of sensing. So I'm gonna work on that here. Let's see. I'm gonna go to the heart first since that was so prevalent. I feel like I don't even want to take anything out. I just want to put in good feeling, like love, healing energy. Now, I do get messages. A lot of times the messages can be very similar for other people, but you know that, like, as human beings, we do have similar emotions, similar things. So the message here, it's going to be your mantra. After the healing, you can write this down, put it on your fridge, put it on your mirror, wherever you'll see it daily. You are worth all the love in the universe. Breathe and let that sink that in. Here, you are worth all the love in the universe. I'm asking my angelic beings to kind of help me kind of make your heart feel whole again. Good. Well, that didn't take long. That was good. Okay. The heart always. And that's okay. It's a big emotional area, and it's a big organ in general, just has a lot of responsibility. So I think with it carrying, pretty much our life force, it will take on a lot of emotions too. So I'm working your hands here just this little bit. I feel like you notice it in the colder months. Just a little clicking or on the hands. Perfect. Let's do this side. You work with your hands a lot. I don't know. I saw you baking. Like, I don't know if you're baking, but then I saw your soap company. So I was like, are you rolling and like doing like soaps and like taking them in and out? And so that's where I feel like the hands. And you don't have to type to me. You can type after. I mean, I'm asking questions. And it's so sweet that just sit back, relax, and receive. I'm still working here. So you can just feel this where you feel it. I mean, I do ask a lot of questions, so I apologize because you do have to type it. This is interesting. So your past life that's coming to me that you had where your hips, you actually had a carriage accident. I guess you were in the back of a carriage, like a horse-drawn carriage, and it flipped. And I see that you broke like your pelvis. Um, and it was so devastating to you because you surviving that, you weren't able to walk after. And I think that just really, really upset you in that time. I think your fiance even might have left you. I feel like a lot of sadness around this hip area. So we're just gonna kind of give it, what's so funny is a lot of times I will pull out energy that no longer serves you, that feels like it's like stuck, whatever. With you, I just want to keep putting love in, keep putting it in. Like I just want to pile it on for you. And there's like nothing I really feel like I need to take out. So I'm just gonna work your hips here. Yeah, it does cause like a little bit of a crampy achiness for you. That I felt like I needed to pull out. And I think the loss of your beloved, I remember that show. Yeah, the Dr. Quinn old. I don't think I watched it all that much. Wait, was there a story with a carriage and her falling? I don't remember. See, I didn't watch it all. I was kind of young when it was out. I was probably more into like MTV or something. Did anybody else want to get on my list tonight? Go ahead and send payment before I sign off, and I would be honored to work with you. Otherwise, I'm probably going to be wrapping up my lives after Molly. Oh, interesting. Well, it was back in that time, right? With carriages and horse-drawn carriages. And I feel like you were in one of those open carriages. So, like, I feel like covered carriages were for those who were wealthy and rich. And I know they show those so many times in movies, but I feel like that was, less than most people had those open flatbed ones with the wooden seat. Oh, I love that. Okay. That's all I got with you is you are worth all the love in the universe. Everything else feels really, really good. You got some shoulder tension, neck and shoulders, neck and shoulders. Please excuse my children. I guess they think it's like trampoline time. I will call to work with those who start with. Ooh, I love that. I love that. Okay. Yeah, we're going to with the hips, I think your biggest thing is let's just do the exercise real quick right now. So you got to do the forgiveness exercise, forgive yourself, forgive the driver, maybe the carriage driver, forgive the situation, like what happened, forgive the fiance who left. So we're going to forgive, forgive, forgive with that past life. Breathe. Beautiful. Good, good, good. That feels so good. All right, I'm locking this in. with sometimes my sloppy codes. I make fun of my own codes. I'm bubble wrapping you in. Okay. And then who is it? I use the funniest terms, Molly. I don't know if you were on, like, when I do my lobotomies, those were funny too, but I've stopped doing activations because I was getting a little reckless, but they are going on my class. Who would you like to connect with? I feel like a female energy for you. So I don't know if this is mom, if this is grandmother, but I feel like a female energy. Hi, guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, my wrist pop. That was nice. Let's see if you have a question. I just need. Listen, I'm not going to guarantee nothing. I do it 3 times and then I call it. No. I usually do I'll do it 3 times trying to pull somebody that sounds like they're with you. But really, by the 3rd time, if we haven't gotten somebody and they're coming for somebody else, then you're going to have to tell me, and I'm going to try. But it's also, sometimes that takes like 10, 15 minutes just to do that. So that's why I try to ask for my time to be like specific. But I'll go ahead. I'll play your game. This Do you have a sister who's passed? Because this female energy feels like you're lateral. Okay. Do you want me to describe this person who's coming forward, who seems like a younger female? They could be showing themselves, a lot of times they show themselves in their like 30s or so, because that's their prime. They're saying they passed around 64. They love caramel ice cream. That was very specific. But also like not flambe, like what's that stuff that it's like caramel and that you crack it and it's like a caramely eggy dessert and whatever that is. So she's eating that. She loves like anything caramel. She feels like she's an earrings wearer and not a necklace wearer. Creme brulee, thank you. An earrings wearer and not much of a necklace wearer. I don't know why I don't see as much of a necklace as I do earring. I'm like, sounds like me. I don't ever put on a necklace. Now I don't know if she's showing me, because somebody did this the other evening and that was how they pass, but she's showing me something with being like kind of a reckless driver. I don't know if she was a bit aggressive behind the wheel, but I don't know if I'm being polite about it and she's just, do we know who this is? I feel more of a lateral, like when I say lateral, it's like friend, cousin, sister, somebody of that relationship. It doesn't feel like mother or grandmother. Okay. So see, so already we played this game and we lost. Bleh, there's one. Let's see. I'm saying me. So don't harp on the number that I put out of the 64, but none of that resonated with her personality. Sometimes I can get like one thing wrong and then people harp on that one thing and I'm sorry, and it's like mediumship is not perfection. It's not like, I wish I was. Wait. I'm so confused. Who were you thinking of? And not really, and it's okay. So were you thinking of a cousin? Were you thinking of mom? Were you thinking of grandma? Okay. And let's see. But that didn't sound like her? Interesting. It's like she felt like she was for you. I mean, did she drive recklessly more younger? Like it could have been, sometimes they show me things like I always say too, timeline there. Okay. Okay, we'll ask her to step aside. Was this person redhead? And then I'm seeing like, I don't know if she liked country music or if she just had cowgirl boots or and she feels like a bit spunky, a bit fun. She drank a lot. So this girl feels a bit spunky, a bit fun. So I don't know if I got the hair color right, but I felt like she was like a fiery redhead. Red dirt country. Awesome. Awesome. Okay, good. Let's see. Yeah, she feels like definitely she brought out the goofy, silly side of you of like she was just always down for a good time, ready for anything, your ride or die, like red dirt country. So I live in Georgia and there's always red dirt here. So I'm assuming that's what you're talking about. I don't know. Maybe I don't know what it is, but I'm not really from here. I chose to live in Georgia because I love Georgia. Um, so she just feels like your ride or die. Like you guys would do anything, like thick as thieves, always going out together, always having like if she wasn't coming over to your house, you were going over to hers kind of thing. Rock grunge time. Oh, okay. Okay. I'm learning new things all the time. Was she big on, is she showing me like the early 2000s or like 2010s when everybody was so big on like making their eyebrows super super like big and dark and bold? Because I don't know why she showed me her eyebrows being, but I feel like she was coloring them or like, you know, making them bolder. uh your answer says it all. Your answer. Oh my gosh. I love it. And I don't know if it was like that era with the how crazy we all got with our eyebrows. Like they were almost like too crazy. Okay. Awesome. I love it, love it, love it. She's like, I'm the cardio queen. I don't know if she said that, but she's like, I'm the cardio queen. Anyways, um, she definitely has a zest for life. Like she feels like bigger than life. Where's this disco ball keychain or disco ball something in the car? I don't know. It's like this shimmery thing, and I thought it was a disco ball. Uh, and I thought it was small, or it could be a big disco ball. Anyways, I was asking her, I said, I don't always talk to them about how they pass, but I said, you know, did you get sick or anything? And she's like, oh, nothing could have taken me down, honey. Like as if like that was not going to be her last get, you know. Um but I feel like whatever happened, it was very quick and it was very tragic. Uh, so um know that she's like, I kind of don't even want to talk about that. A lot of times they don't even talk to me about it unless if it's something that they have to bring up for closure. But she makes me feel like she's like, no, she's all good with it, honey. Like she doesn't need to hear about it. We don't need to rehash that. But she's like, I just want her to know, like she knows that I'm in the most beautiful place. She definitely feels like a woman of faith and she walks with Jesus, that she's so excited to be with her Lord and Savior. Like that's how she would say it. And she is just so beautiful watching over you. She's like, something about you've asked her to watch over the kids or something like that, and she's like, I'm there for you. I'm there for you with whatever you need, and I will be there for you. Because I feel like you've asked her something, either I don't know if your kids went through like a really scary sickness or something, where you were like telling her to watch over the kids, and she's like, I got you. I got you with what, I don't know what this is that she's showing me, but um she's like, anytime, I'm your guardian angel, I'm in heaven. She's like, I feel like I've got my angelic team, I've got Jesus to my left, I got the Virgin Mary to my right, and like we're gonna, be the power team to take over and like help. So yeah, I don't know if it was like high fevers and you asked, everybody to and pray and whatever. So if you got a prayer circle going with whatever, I feel like she was like, I got you. So I don't know if you specifically called to her, but she's like, you don't have to ask me like even once. Like, you know how the saying is like twice? She's like, you don't even have to ask me once. I don't know. She's eating something with like this dark jelly, like a grape jelly or like a elderberry or something. Um, I don't know why she wanted to show that. Sometimes they show, especially foods, I feel like with you, like of what you might have had today or yesterday or like last week or something, because of the fact that they're just showing you that they're always with you, that they love you and they're safe and at peace in heaven, but they're like with you all the time. So something about that. I don't know why I got this like dark jelly spread thing. Anyways, do you have a question for her before we go ahead and wrap up? And I'm so glad that we were able to pull her. But see how I pulled somebody wrong the first time? So it's like it's hard with the lives. That's why I always ask you guys. Perfect. 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 I told you. I was like, there's something. There's some kind of elderberry honey. That has to be delicious. I don't even buy that. I had honey tonight for a little tasty treat. Local honey. Do you have any questions for her before we wrap up? Just don't blast your music. So I feel like you know this question and you're just asking me as the medium to like kind of ask her, and I'll play along. But listen, I don't always do the like challenge the medium to see. So I can't guarantee that I get it right. Okay. Don't blast me. I don't know. I just got the Toby Keith song. Oh, you don't. Wait. So how did she send that to you? She whispered. That's fascinating. Okay. I'm seriously trying to ask her because I'm trying to see like what you heard. And I'm like, what did you say? Did you say that? Hmm. Okay. Okay. So, okay. Honestly, so because her soul, when it left her body, and like as it was moving through, and like she was kind of like visiting you and her loved ones on the way out as this thing. So so what I was getting is that it wasn't like a warning for you. I honestly feel like she was talking, but like don't blast the music. I don't know. I honestly feel like she was talking, her soul was talking to herself as she was transitioning and like moving through, because music will play. So that's what I was getting more. But I don't know, cuz that seems like, I'm like, "Did you say that?" And she's like, "Yeah." But then I'm like, "Who is it for?" And she's like, I was moving through, and then she must have heard me and I was talking. I almost feel like she was talking to the angels and everybody that was playing music. I don't know. No. No, I don't know then. She was just being her goofy little self then. Because honestly, I thought it was her transitioning and like moving through the music, and but at first I heard before you had written, and I started getting my ego in the way, is first I heard the song Toby Keith, when he's like, "Turn it up some," and he plays that song, and then it's the hustler shooting a ball, throwing darts at the wall. And I'm you know, I can't think of the song. I could just sing it. I always sing on these things and I shouldn't because I'm the worst singer ever. But do you know that song? You know that song. So that's what I felt like. That's what I felt first. And then I was reading your things and then I was like, I'm getting confused. So I apologize that I wasn't exactly sure of what she was trying to say. But I exactly like you said, if it felt like, if the feeling with it was just silly and goofy and made you laugh, then that's the intention. That was it. It wasn't meant to be like serious and like um and she's like, turn it up some. So I love it. We're gonna thank her for coming forward. I'm gonna thank you for trusting me with your loved one, and I'm gonna wrap up my lives here. Thank you, thank you, thank you guys. I know that was funny. um what is it called? The honky tonk badonk donk. That's the song. Honky tonk. I love Toby Keith. I've seen him like 6 times in concert, and I got to meet him one time. Now he's passed. All right. Thank you. Thank you. Molly, I hope you enjoyed your healing and your reading, and everybody enjoyed. And I hope you guys have a great I hope everybody has a great rest of your night. Thank you. Thank you. Tomorrow, 12:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time and 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Everybody have a great night. Bye. And guys, I don't know where my mouse is. Bye.